What exactly gave Zhang Jike the right to say he helped bring table tennis into the spotlight?
这个你们别不服，乒乓球的热度是我带起来的。我这些蝶姐们，她才是你们的鼻祖。
It sounds a little arrogant at first, but when you really think about it, that line might not be exaggerated at all. Back then, even people who didn't watch table tennis were stunned by one cross-industry ranking. That year, Weibo released a crossover popularity chart, and Zhang Jike took #1 without effort. During the 2016 Rio Olympics, online searches related to table tennis surpassed 1 billion. Zhang Jike alone accounted for nearly 600 million of them, ranking first among all Chinese athletes. It's no exaggeration to say that, almost single-handedly, he brought unprecedented traffic, attention, and true mainstream exposure to China's national sport. After Rio, he rarely competed, but every year on his birthday, fans still bought landmark ads to support him. Whenever he appeared in public, crowds packed the scene until there was barely room to stand. In 2017, at the strongest 12, Zhang Jike played through injury. The entire arena sang in unison just to cheer him on. That same year at the China Open, he wasn't even on the court. He was sitting in the stands, and the whole venue instantly erupted, chanting his name.
看到大满贯张继科也来到赛场观看比赛。
Staff were eventually forced to ask him to step out for a moment, and the second he left, nearly half the arena walked out with him. That wasn't simple celebrity worship. It was a one-of-a-kind phenomenon of an entire era. For years, Zhang Jike's fan base consciously upheld respectful viewing behavior. To avoid disrupting matches, they even created their own etiquette guidelines for watching games. Because of that level of self-discipline, they were rarely labeled as part of the so-called idol fandom culture. And on the rare occasions when emotions ran too high, all it took was a single gesture from Zhang Jike, and the crowd would instantly fall silent. Zhang Jike didn't rise to fame on results alone. What truly set him apart was his personality and his massive presence in the age of social media. Table tennis may earn respect within the traditional sports world through titles and medals, but breaking out of that circle, reaching a much broader audience, and pulling the sport into mainstream attention, that happened because of one name, Zhang Jike. Later on, people jokingly said, every major tournament comes with Zhang Jike. It sounds like a meme, but it's also a mark he left on the sport. Yes, the new generation has pushed table tennis to even greater heights. But the path that was first broken through, that was carved out by Zhang Jike. What truly keeps people talking, though, has never been traffic or hype. It's his pure, undeniable strength. During the London Olympic cycle, he completed the fastest Grand Slam in history. And that era was stacked. Ma Lin and Wang Hao were still active. Ma Long and Su Xian were rising fast. And Timo Boll was leading the German powerhouse straight into battle. Winning a full Grand Slam in the middle of that kind of pressure wasn't just hard. It was almost impossible to replicate. As Ma Long once said,
我觉得在这个时代里能跟季科同名，作为我来说，其实真的觉得骄傲。
Even Liu Guoyang openly admitted this.
张继科，你太让我骄傲了，有你，我能睡个好觉。
These words weren't praise for the sake of praise. They were spoken because, in the most dangerous moment of the Rio Olympic men's team semifinal, it was Zhang Jike who stepped forward on his own. If this had been an earlier era, Liu Guoyang might have handled it very differently.
甭管你日本队出谁，我马龙；德国队出谁，马龙；出谁灭谁，出谁，反正他第一个谁先出。
But in that same tournament, the men's singles semifinal told a very different story. Ma Long was once down 0-2 against South Korea's Young-Sik, pushed right to the edge. If Liu Guoyang hadn't called for a shirt change to snap him back into focus, that match might have slipped away right there. After that scare, Liu simply could not risk putting Ma Long back against Young again. Su Xian's singles firepower had its limits. Zhang Jike's back was so badly injured, he could barely move. And yet, when a moment demanded a decision, it was Zhang Jike who stepped forward and asked to play.
你告诉我说，你这次真的是为国家而战，你死在场上都无所谓。
对，因为可能大大小小成绩自己也拿过，所以从团体赛里面自己要承担的责任更大吧。刘指导也跟我说，要成为球队这种灵魂，无论场上出现什么局面，都需要自己去尽自己最大能力去扭转。所以这次团体比赛，我认为自己还是做到了。
So a man who had taken at least 13 pain-killing injections, fighting through a shattered lower back, was pushed onto the court for a do-or-die battle. Because of the injury, every step was a struggle. He could barely move the way he wanted to, but through sheer willpower, in a situation stacked completely against him, he fought his way back and won, delivering the most crucial point for Team China. This was not an ordinary victory. This was a career on the line, body on the line gamble. What he showed that day stunned everyone. Lu Guoyang was visibly moved. Ma Long watched with genuine respect. The long-term popularity of table tennis, of course, is the result of effort from generations of athletes who came after. But there is no denying this. The first crack that truly grabbed public attention, the first path that forced its way into the mainstream spotlight, was opened by Zhang Jike, and what he left behind was not just traffic or hype. It was an unrepeatable legacy, a mark of peak-level dominance, and of raw, fearless courage when everything was on the line.